A while back, I did a review for a film called My Dinner with Jimmy. The movie's a low-budget affair about the 60s pop band, The Turtles. Now, near the beginning, there's a scene at a diner. And as I watched, I noticed the woman who was playing the waitress. I had seen her before, but where? Using the internet, I found out that she was the same woman who played Michael J. Fox's sister in Back to the Future. And then I discovered, to my horror, that this was her last film role. She died 2 years after My Dinner with Jimmy. I suddenly and unexpectedly felt sad. Her name was Wendie Jo Sperber. Well, hello there, Old Man Kelly here, Jeff to my friends, and you can call me Jeff. So, Wendie Jo Sperber wasn't the type of woman that you would call classically beautiful. Not that she wasn't a lovely person or wasn't a beautiful person, but she just wasn't the type who was gonna be cast as the love interest in a romantic comedy with Tom Hanks, you know? But I assume she knew that. Maybe that's why her acting career lasted 28 years, because she knew her strengths. And from what I read, she loved to make people laugh, and the roles she took reflected that. Her career began in 1978 in Robert Zemeckis' first film, a comedy called I Want to Hold Your Hand. The film is a fictionalized account of the day the Beatles first appeared on The Ed Sullivan Show in New York City. A few kids are trying to see the Fab Four any way they can. One of the characters, Rosie Petrovsky, is trying to win tickets to see them off the radio, and eventually she does, spoiler alert, and that character was played by Wendie. Now, I remember when I used to see her in TV and films, I would think of her character from Steven Spielberg's film 1941. In that film, she plays an irritating but funny woman who falls in love with Treat Williams but doesn't mind seeing Robbie DeSico get killed with a gun. Now, to think of her as that character, well, that just isn't fair. Because when I started to look into her, I came to the realization that she was a beautiful, generous person. And I say that without knowing really anything about her at all. She once said, "I'm an actress who likes to say something funny. Everybody laughs and you get your job done." Now, if you happen to know her and have first-hand knowledge that she wasn't kind and generous, then I don't want to know. Don't tell me about it, right? I'm happy thinking that she was a good person. But I would like to know more about her, and that's the problem. Trying to get information about Wendie Jo Sperber is, well, next to impossible. 28 years in show business, and this is her wiki page. Almost nothing. Just a list of a few things she appeared in and a few lines about her life. I did learn that she was born on September 15th, 1958 in Hollywood. She attended the Summer Teenage Drama Workshop at California State University. She was married and divorced and has 2 kids, a son and a daughter. In the last years of her life, she founded We Spark, a cancer support center. She was on the board of directors and wrote the quarterly newsletter. The whole idea of We Spark's programming was, I didn't want people to walk into a room and have a therapist ask how they feel. I wanted peer support. You see, Wendie battled cancer for 8 years and wanted to help others deal with what she had gone through. Now, that was about it from Wikipedia or the internet in general. So what's there to talk about? How about her credits? People probably know her best from her TV work. She was in Bosom Buddies with Tom Hanks, and she would also be a regular in other sitcoms like Private Benjamin, Women in Prison, Babes, and Hearts of Fire. And she would make dozens of guest appearances on other TV shows. In films, Wendie would work with Hanks again in Bachelor Party, and of course, being in Back to the Future, as well as Used Cars, Moving Violations, and Stewardess School. You know, the more I do of these shows, the more I see a trend. Let's say Wendie was actually a man with the same credits and died young of cancer. I believe there would have been a lot more written about him than there is of Wendie on the internet. So come on, friends of Wendie, help Wikipedia out and write something about Wendie. Something that lets us know who she really was. Now, Wendie Jo Sperber died at the young age of 47 on November 29, 2005, after an 8-year battle with breast cancer. The memory of Wendie Jo is that of a walking inspiration, Tom Hanks said in a statement. She met the challenge of her illness with love, cheer, joy, and altruism. We're going to miss her as surely as we are all better for knowing her. He also said that she was an unstoppable supply of goodness. Her brother Richard said of Wendie, she dedicated her life to making people feel good. Thelma Tompkins, who played Isabel on Bosom Buddies, said, besides being one of the finest women who ever lived, she had a way of lighting up the screen, and I can't argue with that. Thanks for watching. I'll be back with another of these soon. Bye.